Hey guys, I'm Tina. I'm the medical lead esthetician and educator here. I'm also a eyelash extension specialist. And today we are going to be doing a eyelash extension classic natural refill on my beautiful client. She's been getting extensions from me for a few months already. And she comes see me every 2 to 3 weeks to get them refilled and just to keep them consistently full and fluffy. So what a lot of people they don't know is that you get them refilled is because your natural lashes shed and fall out and grow new ones every day, minimum 5 a day actually, and that's very normal. So don't be afraid if when we do the extension procedures and you see a couple fall out, that's very normal and that's actually okay. So what I'm doing now is just kind of brushing through them, just to kind of untangle them. And I've already cleansed her actual lashes. I gave her a lash bath. And that's just to really ensure that dirt, debris, oils, makeup are off of her lashes and not on her face. So when I actually do the actual treatment, the adhesive that I use, medical grade adhesive, is actually sticking to and creating a really tight knit bond between the actual lashes and the extension itself. So everything that I do does not touch the skin besides the actual cleansing step. Everything else, like the adhesive, just attaches to the hair of her lashes and not her skin. So you shouldn't feel the extensions at all. Even when you blink, open your eyes and all that stuff, it should just be an extension of your natural lash. And for Rosie, we decided to go with a very, very classic look, very natural because of her work. I prefer it that way because everybody, like, you're wearing this every day, so you don't want that falsy look that is not very attractive. I don't want to make you look like Stuffalophagus. So in order for me to actually do the work that I do, I use a really bright light on top of natural fluorescent lighting in the room. And not only that, I wear goofy goggles that magnifies your lashes to 3 times to make sure that I isolate perfectly to do the extensions, because any clumps of adhesive or glue that I attach sticks to the neighboring lash could actually cause premature shedding, and that's what causes your natural lash to fall out and be damaged. So if it's done 100% correctly, Rosie can actually go and use extensions for years without having to take a break. So that is the biggest misconception, is that eyelash extension ruins your natural lash. That's not true. The bad technician ruins your lash, not the actual extension itself. So let's get started. So I use the best of the best. This is medical grade cyanoacrylate medical adhesive glue. And cyanoacrylate is pretty much the same type of glue that orthopedic surgeon uses to set the bones together in surgery. So if it's safe and really strong to use, then that's how we do it here. So I'm just gonna raise the bat a little bit, and then we're just gonna get started. So she wants a very natural look, and all of my lashes are either from the US or from Europe. And most of my lashes are actually from Europe because to me they have a higher standard of in the cosmetic world that is actually much more safer than what is in the US. So my standards are really high in the products that I use because I know that better products are more safer for the client. They last longer, the curls are held much more better, and I feel like the quality of the work is just also better. and it's always the best of the best here at Szechuan. So I just take one and I dip it into the adhesive and I attach it right as closely to the actual extension. It's the natural lash itself. I don't attach this to the skin at all. If it does ever get attached to the skin, your eyes will be irritated, your eyes will be red, and it can cause damage, and that's not what I want. So anything that doesn't do well, I take it out and I redo it. And the process is pretty long and tedious for me because an average person lashes on each eye is anywhere between 80 to 90, all the way up to like 140. Now multiply that 2 times. I'm doing that to one eye and then the other eye. And then I have to make sure that every single lash is applied. I tend to mostly cover about 95% of your natural lash. I don't do anything less, nor do I do anything more, because not all natural lashes are healthy enough to be attached. And that is more of a safety concern in my eyes than anything. So I separate the natural lashes one by one with a very sharp tweezer, and then I attach the extension to the actual natural lash, but never touching the skin. And I make sure that all of my directions are going in a nice sweeping motion to correct any misgrowing lashes that may be a little bit wild. Because not all lashes grow in a good direction, so I do a lot of corrective work as well in my work. My rule of thumb is to never go longer than 3 millimeters from the length of your natural lash, and that is just for your safety. Because if you overexert the natural lash, then that will cause premature shedding. It will also create too much heavy, it's too heavy for your natural lashes to support. And that is when it starts to twist and turn and get kind of wonky, and then you're not gonna like it either. It's not gonna feel as natural. Also do eyelash design. I take consideration of your facial features, what we should play up and play down. And then, because everybody's eyes are very different, never 2 eyes are ever the same. So I take my time and I design a really nice shape for you. That's what I strive for. Like, I may not make the most money out of doing this. I mean, I take about, anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours to do a full set. When I do the advanced technique for Russian volume, that takes me almost 3 hours.
Wow.
And I don't get paid that much, but I love it because it's really what my client wants. And I mean, I can be very natural, I can be very glam with the extensions, and it's really up to the client and what they want, and I try to give the client what they want. But I also keep in mind the safety and the integrity of the natural lash that they provide for me, because I want you to be lifelong clients and not just every now and then people come in and they get lash extensions for like couple months, and then they're like, oh, it's not doing so well, and then they take a break. A lot of my clients, they never take a break. They have been with me for 2 years straight, and they never taken a break. it's because I do it properly and I spend the time and I make sure that, you know, when the client leaves, they have everything that they need to make sure that their lashes are kept clean. Another misconception that a lot of people they don't know is that you actually have to wash your lashes with the extensions. They are waterproof, they're just not oil proof, and the oils is actually what breaks down the eyelash extension adhesives, and that's what causes shedding. So always wash your eyes just like how you would shampoo your hair, you know, every day or every other day. You always want to keep it clean, and keeping it clean prevents infection. So that's also another reason why I always educate my clients to make sure you clean your lashes. There's a lot of people never clean their lashes, and I'm always pleasantly surprised about like how come or why not, and they're like, oh, I didn't know that, or my other person never told me this. So within just for Rosie, I use 4 different lengths of eyelash extension, and that is very normal for me to do it like that, because when you go through the eyes, there's many different texture to the extensions. There's some that are growing, some are already in full bloom, some are really matured lashes. So as you go through them, you're going to go through you're going to see the different lengths and stages of the eyelashes, and you have to tailor to them. And it's also, I try to explain to the client that it's like getting a haircut. You would never go in and just get a bowl haircut or a blunt cut where everything is straight. You want to texturize the hair. You want to give it character. You want to give it some dimension. And that's what I do, is I give you dimension. I give you shape. The shape is what's gonna create a visual unification of your eyes and to accentuate your eyes. And then I give you texture by using multiple lengths, and even sometimes I mix different types of curls to the extension to give it more personality, more dimension. You know, it's like getting a layered haircut. You have that shape to it, and that's what makes your hair pretty. So I do the same thing to lashes. So there's a lot that goes into it. It looks easy, but there's a lot of methodology and creation behind it that I never really express to anybody. So you guys are getting an inside scoop. I guess that's all for today. If you guys want to learn more, feel free to visit my Instagram or Seshwar's Instagram. So Seshwar is Seshwar VA on Instagram, and mine is aesthetics.by.tina. I'm always tagged on their pages, so feel free. And then I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining.